It's Wednesday, May 1st. I'm Jasmine Anderson. Dozens of students have set up camp at Stony Brook University protesting the Israel-Hamas war. Students gathered outside the Stoller Center yesterday. They're asking to disclose the school's investments, to divest from Israel, and, quote, an acknowledgement of genocide of the Palestinian people.
We have about 50 or so people ready to sleep in for tonight. These are a group of students that are committed to the highest caliber of making sure that the university hears our voice.
Campus officials told Newsday they did not see the protests as an encampment, saying we have continued to allow our students to express themselves peacefully in accordance with the university's longstanding policies and the law. In Manhattan, pro-Palestinian protesters and police clashed at Columbia University last night. NYPD officers began entering the campus to clear Hamilton Hall. Protesters began occupying the building 20 hours earlier over the war. Another unknown object has been found buried in Bethpage Community Park. State officials say ground-penetrating radar scans detected the object Monday. 16 chemical drums have already been removed from the former Grumman Aerospace dumping ground. The Islanders' season is officially over after a heartbreaking loss to the Hurricanes.
And here comes a breakaway. It's Seth Jarvis. Bingo! Second round.
Carolina eliminated the Islanders 6-3 in Game 5 last night at PNC Arena. Across the island, fans felt the defeat as the team ended its playoff run. Several hurt fans packed watch parties, including this one at Borelli's in East Meadow.
I think that the Islanders have had an up and down year this year. It's been very difficult to be a fan. You never know what team you're going to see.
Carolina will now face the Rangers in round 2 of the playoffs. The NHL has not yet released a schedule for the series, but we do know New York will host games 1 and 2 at the Garden.
Newsday Sports is brought to you by King O'Rourke Automotive Group.
On the hardwood, the 76ers stunned the Knicks with a come-from-behind overtime win to force Game 6. Newsday Knicks reporter Steve Popper takes a look at what happened at the Garden.
The Knicks were at Madison Square Garden tonight with a chance to close out their opening round playoff series against the Philadelphia 76ers, and they had an opportunity to do it the way they've done it all year, by outworking, out-hustling, outsmarting teams in the final minutes. But this time, with 28 seconds left, a 6-point lead, they just made mistake after mistake, saw Tyrese Maxey take over the game, send it to overtime, and from there, the Knicks just continued mistakes, missed shots, turnovers, things that just will haunt them for the next 2 days as they head to Philadelphia for Game 6 on Thursday night.
It's frustrating, obviously the way it happened, but we can't hang our heads, and we got to come back stronger and be ready to go and just learn from what we did.
Jalen Brunson led the Knicks with 40 points, another heroic effort, but the Knicks could not match Tyrese Maxey's huge shot, making 46 points, a 4-point play, and a 3-point play in the final 28 seconds of regulation. Josh Hart missed a free throw that could have given them a 4-point lead. They bemoaned that they also didn't foul when they had a chance up 3 with 8 seconds left, allowing Maxey to convert a 34-footer. These are things that they'll think about. They'll correct in film tomorrow and try to go back to what they hope is a home away from home in Philadelphia on Thursday night. This is Steve Popper for Newsday Sports.
Hoping all the best, Steve. Thank you. Read more about the Knicks on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Not a fan of corners? Well, a Montauk home that recently hit the market may be just for you. Ariel Dollinger has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
At the end of a private road in Montauk, brush envelops a dome-shaped home. And we're taking you inside.
This geodesic dome is made up of interlocking triangles, and you can see them behind me, next to me, and even overhead.
Built by artist and inventor Eugene Tallarico starting in the mid-70s, this home is now on the market for just under $3 million.
The owner, Eugene Tallarico, had a vision in mind, and as you can see, he brought it to life.
So tell me about these bedrooms.
All the bedrooms have hardwood floors in them, and just the detail, you know, it's something that's very hard to find everywhere else. A lot of natural sunlight. So this would be the primary bedroom. The late owner, he was a painter actually. Throughout the entire house, you'll see paintings that he's made. There's one on the wall right there.
Did he do the stained glass?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
There are 3 beautiful bathrooms and a full kitchen. But the really cool thing is this surprise staircase that leads to a secret sitting area.
What can we see from up here?
So you definitely have a nice view to Connecticut from here.
Back outside, a deck with built-in seating adds even more character.
When I used to visit the late owner, he would always be out here just enjoying and soaking in the sun.
What was he like?
He was a good guy. Funny, you know, and as you can see, very creative.
For Newsday TV, I'm Ariel Dollinger.
A very unique home. Thank you, Ariel. Read more about this story on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. A major restoration aims to bring back the World's Fair Pavilion. Steve Linkford has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
Shrouded in scaffolding some 60 years after the world came to Flushing Meadows Corona Park for an international exposition, the old rundown New York Pavilion is showing some signs of life.
The New York Pavilion is just one of those things you drive by on the highway and barely notice anymore. But there's a great past to this structure and maybe a future.
The World's Fair, the 1964 World's Fair.
Tour guides still bring visitors here to hear about the New York World's Fair, as the city's Parks Department says work is underway to rebuild and restore the legendary New York Pavilion for future generations to enjoy.
My mommy and my daddy and my 2 younger brothers, we'd go quite often. We loved it.
Alice Jenna of nearby Richmond Hill has wonderful memories of going to the World's Fair, but deplores the neglect the New York Pavilion suffered for decades.
It's very upsetting, of course, to see it dilapidated like that, of course.
The city says work is scheduled to be completed here in the fall of next year. As we celebrate the 60th anniversary of the World's Fair, the spirit of the 60s is recalled with pride and awe and even some hope.
51 million people came down.
Once upon a time in Flushing Meadows. Steve Langford for Newsday TV.
Read more about the pavilion on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Your hyper-local weather now. A warmer day ahead, but still very cloudy out. Here's a look at Cooper's Beach in Southampton. Calm waves with a slight breeze. Just a soothing way to start your morning. Checking out your hyper-local forecast, mostly cloudy. Highs in the mid-60s. We cool down throughout the day. Tomorrow we get even warmer with highs nearing 70 degrees, so that's good. Looking at your 7-day forecast, you can see plenty of sunshine with highs in the 60s, but the rain is still holding on for Cinco de Mayo this Sunday. That's your 7-day forecast.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Fire Island Ferries.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon.